We are heading into episode 6 of season 1. We had, the hurricane, and we had the revelation of the affair. Dawson's parents, I don't know what's going to happen to them, but I do think for the actors, it was a great role to sink their teeth into, a great moment, because we finally got to see them at the focal point. Because, of course, though we have the main cast of the kids, the teenagers, there are adult things going on as well in life, and it's a good contrast with what they're going through to what their parents or people much older than them are experiencing. I do like that we begin the episode with Dawson at the end of a movie, usually a classic. I like that.
Oh, just slow down. What's the rush?
First time for everything. And then firsts all around.
There we go. No wonder she's in her usual Joey mood.
I know we've all tried our best to ignore, but it's easy to see that I've intruded on a very personal ritual here, and clearly my presence is making you uncomfortable, so...
Yeah, but it's also, Joey is just very much, I dislike Jen because she likes the guy I like.
You and I have decided to slow things down, so I'm sure that a few hours apart won't kill us.
Yeah, it really won't.
Besides, Grams is kind of on the warpath, meaning once she sees Joey leave, there's no way she's going to trust you and I alone, so...
Yeah, she's made it very clear.
Alright, so let me get this straight. Movie night has been reduced to the following. You can't stay if she leaves because your grandmother wouldn't permit it.
Yeah.
You can't stay if she stays because it's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't stay if she leaves because you feel like you've driven her away. And you can't stay if she's here because it ruins movie night for you.
Yeah.
What?
At least Joey's honest about that part there. Is this the HD version?
Good morning, sweetheart.
It must be, because this looks really clear.
How are we feeling this morning? In less than a week, this will all be over.
A week? This cannot last another week. It's inhumane.
She must be so uncomfortable.
Can I give birth to a fruit bat?
There are also animals that live much longer than you.
Do you still live here? I could hear, Joey, no one's stopping you from moving out. In fact, in most states, you'd be considered an adult.
Oh, that's funny.
Would she?
Because you wouldn't.
Bodhi.
Oh, here these two go. But then using him. It's called underwear.
It's a filthy calendar.
No, it's an art calendar.
And it's just a calendar.
I don't care who's hanging them. In my house, we don't ogle naked men.
No, we pray to him, right?
It's true. It's true.
We should go out this weekend. Just
No. No.
We usually do, Pacey. No, we don't go out. We stay in.
Because of your age, Pacey.
But you have to admit there's something going on here.
Yes, there is something.
Right.
And she's enjoying it.
Did she go to Providence with you?
Well, she didn't say yes.
I remember this
She didn't say
moment.
no either. She gave me that. I really want to, Pacey, but I just can't. Look.
I remember this moment.
What are you doing?
Checking to see if anyone's in there.
Really, you can't be too careful with this information.
I really feel for you, Pace. Spending all your time trying to get Miss Jacobs out of the bedroom.
Listen.
Seeing that they also said Miss Jacobs.
Get going. I don't want your girlfriend to think I'm standing her up. Hey, dude, you gotta be careful, too.
Pacey. Yeah, see?
Oh, man.
How did no one hear him cough? They hadn't even properly left the room yet.
Not exactly, and it's not just about Pacey. It also involves Miss Jacobs.
What about them?
Well, let's just say that for student and teacher, they have an exceptionally close relationship.
Watch Dawson's reaction there, Jen.
Is it true?
Yes.
Dawson.
I can never lie to you. I told you that before.
Just don't
Do me a
ask me.
favor. Pretend you never asked me that question.
Wow, she went straight up the... That was interesting. I feel like that extra was trying to protect Pacey there.
Okay, Joey said she heard the Kenny Leverton was smoking in one of the stalls. Overheard everything.
I heard this, I heard this, I
That
heard this.
figures. You know, my life's been going a little too well lately.
Well, then you shouldn't have spoke about it so freely in school or tried to get her to keep dating it and made it obvious.
My only consolation is the faint hope that this does not reach tomorrow.
How would it not? Everyone in school knows. Boom, 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 boom. Everyone's gonna know.
And the only thing worse than a rumor is a substantiated rumor. If you walk out that door, hanging your head doing the whole woe is me thing, it's as good as admitting that it's...
Well, yeah, that is true. Dawson's not wrong there, but Dawson's also forgetting consequences.
Could be dead and buried by 6th period.
There's no way. Like, someone's going to tell a teacher, or a teacher's going to overhear. She's going to be rigged into the principal's office,
most notable exploration of the forbidden fruit theme that we'll
It's
examine
gonna come.
this year.
She's gonna find out now. See?
Mr. Witter, you're late.
Probably resting up from last night.
See?
Up the running commentary, Mr. Twitter.
Yeah, right. I'd like. I can get you kicked out.
You promise?
Here we go.
Forbidden fruit.
Yeah, now she realizes what's going on.
This is one of your bizarre attempts to appear more attractive to the senior girls, but
It's real.
I just wanted to say I know what
Oh,
you
she
must
did the
be
ear
going
thing.
through, and let me see. People stare at you when you walk down the hall. We've seen that. They whisper
Yeah.
behind your back. You suddenly overhear your name in conversation of strangers, and pretty soon a
That's what
justifiable
teenagers do.
paranoia sets in.
That's what
Whether they are or
adults
not,
do.
You're convinced that everyone's talking.
So what do I do now?
You have to ride that wave.
Bessie!
Joey, I'm so glad you're here.
Why are you driving on the off roads?
Clinic, I didn't know you had an appointment today.
Oh, I don't. In fact, my
Oh.
next appointment isn't until my due date on the 22nd, but my
Did her-
hunch is I'll probably have to reschedule.
Did her just break?
Why?
Contractions.
Because I'm fairly certain I'm in labor.
Yeah.
One way to get there from here.
Row the boat. Yep. Which she usually does every night.
Come on, give me those.
Since she's pregnant, she's gonna go fast.
Girl. I thought you were supposed to be some expert oarsman.
Yeah, look at her.
Give birth next week in a hospital.
I don't know, maybe this will help her get her mind off of the contractions.
Well, the good news is the ambulance is on its way. The bad news is it's stopping at Duxbury first.
Duxbury?
Why?
It's an hour away.
Traffic accident, major pileup. Childbirth is not a high priority today, but they're getting me an ETA in a second.
Wow! Yeah, like... You two have to deal with the consequences.
Let's not have this conversation, Pacey.
What conversation?
Why, you're not to blame for opening up your big mouth.
No,
And-
I'm not. I only told Dawson. I didn't know Kenny Leverton was in that
Yeah, but you
bathroom.
still said it in school.
I want you to hear my side of the story, okay? It's not what you think.
Well, you can't tell me anything I haven't already overheard in the teacher's lounge.
Everyone knows.
Only a matter of time before the administration gets wind
Uh-huh.
of it,
And
and then
she
the
probably
school
loses her
board,
job.
and maybe, if we're really lucky, the district attorney.
And his brother's a policeman too.
Somebody in this town who knows what to do in this situation, right?
Rams. Hi, so yeah, need your help.
Look, I know you don't like me or approve of my family, and I know that you can think of at least 80
Just
reasons
tell
why
her,
Dawson Bowie are the
Jerry.
worst kinds of sinners, but right now, as we speak, my sister's sitting next door in Dawson's house, inches away from giving birth, and of those 80 reasons, I can't think of any that the baby's actually responsible for. So if you could remember that as a nurse, you took an oath to help others in need, and well,
She said that so fast. Here he comes. I was waiting for the brother, because now he's here. We're gonna get him a lot. Do they have a sister? I don't know.
Guy next to me starts talking about a rumor that's making the rounds of the high school. Some punk kid sleeping with a teacher.
Yep, your brother.
And all I could think of, and it made me sick, mind you, was poor sweet Tamara.
She's not poor. Or she's.
I thought it was up to me to let this town know that at least one person in our family was having heterosexual sex.
Okay.
You know, it's funny, isn't it, Pacey? But there are actually people in this town who take you seriously.
Well, because it is a serious thing, you have to take this serious. But yeah, as an older brother, he's he kind of sucks.
I'm against this, you know.
Okay, Mr.
Doesn't
Bennett,
matter.
do something useful and get us some
She's-
large towels and washcloths, please.
Yeah, there we go. Finally, someone said it.
You will do me one small favor in return.
Breathe.
What's that?
Shut up.
Oh, okay. That was in my head, but I didn't think she would say that.
Tell
What?
your client I'm sorry.
The thing is that this is a serious thing. And this is a serious thing. Look at Joey. Why is he filming Joey?
Is allegations true?
Well, you see...
No. No, they're not.
She stuttered there, and as someone doing all of this, I would have noticed her stutter and be like,
If you'll just give me a second, I'll have you all home for dinner, okay?
He's gonna say, I made it up.
Okay,
But
Mr.
can't he
Wood,
get
what is it
expelled
you
for
need to
this?
say?
Daydreaming about the same thing.
Her.
About what it'd be like to be a little bit better looking, a little more sophisticated, and about 15 years older. Because
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Witter, but for the record, are you saying you deny the aforementioned allegations?
He's saying he made it up.
Sir, and for anywhere else you want to put it.
Yeah, but these type of relationships do happen. Even to this day.
Great, Bessie. Everything's great. I wouldn't be filming if everything wasn't fine, right? We're making a movie here. All right, Mrs. Ryan, smile for the camera. Out!
Good on you, Grams. Good on you. You can do it. You can do it.
She's doing fine, Jennifer.
No, Mrs. Ryan, I need something.
What do you need, dear?
Can't wait to see the look on my mom's face when I tell her what happened in her living room.
Yeah, that's true.
FYI, I'm not out here because I'm too worried about Bessie to stay inside. I mean, I'm worried, but
Everything's gonna change?
it's nothing. It's okay.
Are you afraid of childbirth?
All right, a question, Dawson.
Sure.
Who does Bessie remind you of?
Oh, her mother. Afraid that she'll leave. Or die.
Bessie says or does something, and
It just reminds her of her loss.
it's like my mom never died, you know? I mean, she had chemo every month.
Yeah.
I left her in this terrible pain. She let out these cries that I'd never heard before, and I prayed to every available higher source that I would never hear them again from anyone or anything, and
no one answered.
Why did you sit by her?
Because you
come on,
loved her.
Dawson. She needed me. I mean,
Like Bessie needs you. Will she even be able to stay in the school though? Because with everything going on, this might be too much. Like the rumors and if anyone sees them together.
One more. No, you can do this.
I can't.
You can.
I'm too tired.
She must be tired though, yeah. Put her hand. Finally here.
He's healthy.
Yeah.
He's beautiful.
I was kind of hoping I could assume that all that talk about breaking up was just said in the heat of the moment. There's just no chance of that happening again.
No, I know. Because I won't let it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Is she leaving? No, she said she's not getting back with you.
There will be no further gossip because there will be no further subject.
Yeah. She's telling you right now.
I'm leaving
Done it.
Cape Side.
Yeah, there we go.
I've already turned in my resignation to Principal Geiger and...
Because she knows she
my
has to
sister's
leave.
house in Rochester.
Because it won't stop the rumors and accusations.
Hey, maybe you'd graduate. Maybe I'd meet someone my own age. God, maybe you'd meet someone your own age.
He will. I mean, she's doing the mature thing of the breakup
Just
thing.
because I'm older and arguably more mature doesn't mean that I know what to say in these situations any more than you do.
You say that, but you clearly do. I mean, this is a big learning curve for Pacey at this stage of his life. Look how big he is.
This game crashing over.
Bye, Sammy.
This was the episode I kind of remembered, or I should say the bathroom scene. I thought it was going to happen, I think, 2 episodes earlier than it did, but this is the mid-season kind of big shocker. So it got found out. Of course, the kids are all going to spread the rumor they're kids. It's going to go to the teachers. And it was interesting how Dawson was trying to help Pacey, but neither of them were understanding the magnitude of what was really going on. Him coming forward and said, I lied. Fine, they can take his word for it, though very lucky Tamara was, because she was floundering straight away. And it was clear that she might have said something. But she knew it was wrong, he knew, and that's what was interesting as well, how it started. So he wanted to go on dates, go out with her, do all this stuff. She kept trying to tell him, we cannot do this. You have to understand that we cannot be seen in public. And it was never going to work for them because he always had to be her little secret. And because look what happened. They lose her job, it's a student, his age, all of these things. Though that was never mentioned, really, about his age. That's why I was shocked. I thought they would have brought up those things. And then, obviously, the breakup. And it just felt interesting with the breakup, which is, it felt like Pacey let go very easily for someone who didn't want to before and felt like there was more passion. But I don't know. Maybe it was just the writing at the time. They were like, well, we have to move on with the storyline. We only have this actress booked for these amount of episodes, and then move on to a new storyline. And we'll see how he gets into it, because Pacey has been so distant from the core other three that sometimes I forget he's their friend. And so we saw him a little bit, so it'd be nice how he now gets back into interactions, because he has a nice dynamics with Joey, with their back and forth usually, and we haven't really seen him spend much time with Jen to get to know her, and so there's more to come. The baby came, so we had the birth finally. I thought it was going to be much later in this season. I don't know why, I just thought it was going to happen. But we have it, and that's a new life. And then obviously they can build up in the story arc of a baby crying, everything changing at the home. Joey's stressed over that, because she is 15, 16, whatever age they are at this point. They're sophomores, so we know that. And then Dawson and Jen, their moments. Graham and Jen, they had their bit of bicker and their argument, and then coming together at the end. And going to Graham's to help deliver the baby, which made sense. And just it kind of brought them closer together, which was nice, because they've been so at loggerheads with one another since Jen arrived, and the Grams is very judgmental, but it seemed like she was letting go of a little of her prodigious nature to kind of help out. And we didn't have the parents in it. Fine. Interesting. I guess they wanted to give the actors maybe a bit of a break for the episode. It was like, well, you're not needed for this. But yeah, the whole story arc with Pacey and Tamara is now over. Or at least I think it is. I'm sure it is. It felt very final. Back then, when you used to have scenes like this, it was kind of, that was it, goodbye. That's why sometimes they feel a bit curt, a bit short when they cut a scene. But clearly they have a lot of stuff waiting in the wings for Pacey. The relationship he has with Doug, there's not a lot of love there. Obviously they care for one another, they are brothers. And I can't remember, do they have another sibling, or did I just make this up? I thought they did, but I can't remember. But they are at loggerheads, and it's kind of it can get intense. And I feel actually in that moment for Pacey's frustration with his brother, with Doug, because Doug just blamed Pacey straight away. There was no, like, are you okay? All this care. It was, let's bite at one another and say these things. So we'll see how their relationship goes, because I know the gay jokes are done throughout, but I can't really remember their relationship that much. I do feel like as the seasons go on, they are pushed more to the side, the characters. I don't even know if he's in the final 2 seasons, because they all move away. But you can tell the show's getting better, and it's shifting away from the earlier side of season 1 to now how they want to represent the final section. Things are changing, and it just leaves me like thinking what is coming next, because honestly I don't have a single clue. Like, I don't remember anything after the birth, which I really thought was much later, apart from clearly the granddad dying, because you can tell. But yeah, that leaves me excited for what's to come.